All right, the Redevelopment Agency meeting of October 18th, 2006 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. Agenda item number 3 is approval of the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of September 6, 2006. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, Your Honor. No additions or deletions. Make a motion for approval, please.
Let's vote on that, please. Post. Motion carries. Thank you. Council number 81 is R79-2006. Discussion and possible action regarding a resolution consenting to the undertakings of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency in connection with the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and the Leibovitz Family Trust, LLC, and the Parch Leibovitz Family Trust, LLC, located at 235 Northeastern Avenue, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 4 is RA9-2006, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and the Leibovitz Family Trust, LLC, and the Parch Leibovitz Family Trust, LLC, same location, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 5 is discussion and possible action regarding a Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement with the Leibovitz Family Trust, LLC, and the Parch Leibovitz Family Trust, LLC, providing funds to assist with improvements to the Stewart Square Shopping Center, same location, not to exceed $50,000, Redevelopment Agency Special Revenue Fund. All of these items are in Ward 3. Mr. Adams?
Good afternoon. Scott Adams, Director of the Office of Business Development. These 3 items pertain to a proposed Visual Improvement Program grant for property located at 235 Northeastern Avenue. This is the Stewart Square Shopping Center at the corner of Eastern and Stewart. I have on the overhead an aerial photograph of the site and a couple of before pictures. We actually don't have any after pictures on this, but this respects providing $50,000 of VIP grant assistance to this project for making visual improvements to signage, landscaping, the parking areas, and a general rehabbing of the appearance of this facility that would be visual from both street corners. So this is a new one for us in that we're doing an entire shopping center and have a tremendous visual impact from both sides of that intersection. These 3 items are similar to all the items that we've done in the past in our VIP program. One consents by the council to the actions taken by the RDA. The RDA item resolution finds that those actions are consistent with the plan, that no other reasonable means of funding are available, and the 3rd item approves the actual agreement and the appropriation of funds that are made available through that agreement for this assistance. Mr. Leibovitz is here representing the family-owned shopping center, and he might be able to answer any questions that you have.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Ken Leibovitz, and I'm representing the Leibovitz Family Trust and the Parch Leibovitz Family Trust. We are the owners of Stewart Square at the 235 Northeastern Avenue, corner of Eastern and Stewart Avenue. Stewart Square is currently fully leased with 23 tenants, ranging from a restaurant to various grocery and food items, clothing stores, service providers, and a division of Sunrise Hospital. The center is very busy, and as such, the tenants are very happy to be there. Our wish is to keep the center active and the community coming back to the center for their needs. Our feeling is that the center that is well maintained will keep attracting the community to shop there. The funds that the Redevelopment Agency would provide would greatly help the trust help Stewart Square in providing needed capital to paint, update, and regulate tenant signage, update and maintain the parking facilities, and improve current landscaping. With the help of the Redevelopment Agency, we can accomplish this and hopefully provide the community with a shining light. And this shining light could helpfully stimulate other property owners to renovate their properties as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions of Mr. Adams or Mr. Leibovitz? All right. Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, just a couple quick comments. I wish we could do something with the tire shop across the street. It's really a nice store. Across the
Not
street-
mine.
Across the street the other way is our East Las Vegas Community Center, which is beautiful. I don't have any problem with doing this. I think it's great. So my motion for approval, item number 81 with all conditions, please.
Thank you. Let's vote, please. Opposed? Motion carries.
I also move to approve item number 4 as recommended by staff.
All right, please vote. Opposed, please. Motion carries.
And my motion will be the same on item number 5 as staff recommends approval.
All right, let's vote on that, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Item number 6 is discussion and possible action to accept best and final offer from City Mark Development LLC, subject to City Mark entering into an exclusive negotiation agreement and approved terms of, as well as authorize the chairman to execute said ENA for the site located at Las Vegas Boulevard and Clark Street. This is in Ward 3. I think in an abundance of caution, I'm going to abstain from this as well. My son has an interest in a piece of property right across the street from this, and there could be some financial benefit as a result of this transaction to my son. So just to be extra careful, I'm going to turn it over to the Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, Mayor Pro Tem. Speaking of being extra careful, I own an office building about 2 blocks up the street from this. I don't think the property, how do you say that, Mr. Jerbick? I don't think anything we do today will positively or negatively affect my property any differently than any other property. So in the interest of disclosure, I've done so, but I can still vote.
I think you can. Mr. Adams?
Okay, this is an item that goes back a little bit, and back in January, I presented to you an RFP, a request for proposal, with the concept of targeting the Bulldog site downtown, which is at the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Clark, with the idea of trying to attract a grocer into that site and as part of a mixed-use development where it might have attainable housing and maybe even some office space. We, subsequent to that meeting, issued a request for proposals. We received 3 proposals. The Internal Selection Committee reviewed those proposals, rejected one of those as really being non-responsive to the RFP, asked the other 2 respondents who were deficient in each in one area to continue to formulate their proposal and come back to us with a best and final offer, which they did back in, I believe, it was September. As a result of that, we only received 1 proposal, and that was the proposal, one of the respondents dropped out, and that was a proposal submitted to us by City Mark, the current developers of the Joel project. The selection committee reviewed that proposal, and it has made a recommendation that we move forward through an ENA process with City Mark for consideration of the negotiation and development of the development agreement, the disposition and development agreement. The committee has indicated they would like to see that we rework the ground floor of the project to include an urban grocery store if possible, and also rework the overall scope of the project to accommodate attainable housing units. So what we've done is craft an ENA, which you have before you, an exclusive negotiating agreement, which is for a 6-month term, which allows for an extension for an additional 6 months. It provides for a $50,000 earnest money deposit, and it has a provision in there where we will actively collaborate with City Mark to work out those issues. I will say to you that we are in a very challenging environment right now in terms of redevelopment and construction costs and how we might be able to achieve these goals, certainly the grocery store and attainable housing on a site as small as a 1-acre Bulldog site. So during the 6-month period, with possibly an extension period, we'll be negotiating with City Mark to accommodate as many of these objectives as we can and bring back to you a proposal which will include one or more of these conditions. It may or may not include the grocery store, it may or may not include attainable housing. I think those are things that we'll be working at over the next 6 months with City Mark. So staff does recommend approval of this ENA. Alex Beaton is here representing City Mark in the event you have any questions, and he might want to present some ideas for the site.
I do. Alex Beaton with City Mark Development. Good afternoon, Mayor and Honorable Council members. We're very excited to be here again in front of you. As you know, our first project, the Jewel project, here in front of you, is moving along quite well. We're very happy to be here. We're on schedule, we're on budget, and we are 60% pre-sold. So thank you for your support in our project. We believe that for a downtown to be successful, it needs a combination of many items. Two of them are a grocery store in an urban setting, and another one is a variety of housing options for varied incomes. This ENA allows us to collaborate with the city to design such an economically feasible building to do this. Though we don't have it exactly figured out yet, we've worked very well with city staff in the past on the Jewel project, and we're excited to do so again. With that, I just have two very quick renderings of what a potential building could look like, though this is not the final product, of course. I'd like to show them very quickly and then answer any questions. This is a picture from Las Vegas Boulevard and Clark. If I could have the overhead, please. Las Vegas Boulevard and Clark, a potential design of a building that will incorporate a grocery store with the entrance right there at the corner. And then that is Las Vegas Boulevard and Clark. On the opposite corner would be the residential entrance to the building. That is that is Clark and 6th looking south, with the federal courthouse in the foreground. And with that, I'll answer any questions that I can.
Mr. Beaton, could you please tell us real quickly about your affordable housing at this site?
The requirement of the RFP asked for us to include as many attainable housing units as possible. The definition of attainable housing is, and I may fumble this a little bit, is between 85% and 250% of the average median income of the area.
That's pretty close.
Thank you. I researched it extensively by calling city staff. Our goal is, and our challenge here is to create an economically viable development at this location that will include as many of those attainable housing units as possible. I do not have an exact number to share with you right now.
Okay. I'm really excited about this project. I've been on this council for about 12 years, and I've seen, I think, 4 projects proposed at this site here. They've all looked good, and of course, as we know, none of them's been built. I'm sure that Mr. Beaton is going to make sure that we get this one here built. I enjoy working with him. I know that through working with him, even on this project here, that we are going to get I'm confident we're going to get a grocery component. If not at this site, there's another site.
That is correct.
And so I really feel good about making a motion for approval of this item with staff's recommendation. I just look forward to making sure that we get this done, and look forward to working with Alex more. So my motion will be for approval. You've heard the vote, please, or you've heard the motion, please cast your vote. Please post. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. This is a time for public comment. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come up, give us your name, and we'll put a 3-minute time.
Yes, my name is Eddie Reedham. First of all, I would like to apologize for my slight disorder. I did not understand that was not the public portion of the
No problem.
council's meeting. And I only spoke with desperation, not with aggression nor intent to offend anyone. As I stated, the gentleman earlier, when he was speaking in regards to the coroner, stated that they had an obligation about serving the public and things like that. And again, I'd like to remind you that you do have that obligation to serve the public and to not allow businesses that you regulate to violate the laws. Again, I would like to state only, now my desperation today, I'm shameful to state, is that I developed intestinal bleeding and I've had toothaches for like the last 5 years since Tobin had, in their violation of the law. They assaulted me and were tried in the court by the prosecutor. He did a plea deal with them on the 4th of this month. They assaulted me at the Henderson store, and they assaulted me at the Rolls Royce store. I caught it both on video, and the person was prosecuted. But the fact is, when I came to file a report with the police department, they refused to allow me to file a report on those 2 matters, and the police called the police on me. That frightened me even more. I've been afraid to protest, and at this point, I'm hoping I don't end up, earlier than I should on the coroner's table. This is a very serious matter. Tobin has been in the Review Journal for lying and defrauding people, changing their income, and for attacking customers. Josh Tobin himself kicked the protester's car. He assaulted him. This is racketeering. Tenamont are literal. They rob you, defraud you, then they intimidate you and attack you. If that's not racketeering, that goes on and on and on. They have nearly 100 lawsuits on record at the courthouse. You should not allow a revolving door for such injustice and for such crimes. If anyone, including myself, were to do such against the public, I would advise you to take my license away, to prosecute me and to investigate me. But if you don't investigate them and prosecute them, and you let them put me in poverty and then say, oh, get an attorney, once they've taken all my money and have put me into poverty and homelessness, come on, this is an injustice. I don't want to make any accusations because I know there are corruption allegations going on, but Tobin is being treated better than Mr. Gallardi have ever been treated. Favor to him, he's got away with more than Mr. Gallardi could ever dream of, and he's selling $1 million vehicles. So again, I'm just saying, I do not want to have to file actions against the city, and I do not want to have to go out protesting against all you people and against the district attorney, all of whom, and many others, all of whom I presented this matter to, I have letters from, I've pleaded and begged, and the only thing I could do next is die. And I'm going to try and squeal like a pig before I do that. So I would just like to say, please do something. I'm going to put a letter and I'm going to give you the videos of the matters that I'm talking about, and the statute of limitation is I've got to protect them, as my civil and constitutional rights have been violated due to the fact that I couldn't exercise them because you allowed them to put me into poverty. God bless everyone. Forgive me for my emotions, and I have full respect for everyone. God bless. I'll be in communication. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else, please?
Yes. God bless you, mother.
Goodbye, good luck. I'm a Las Vegas resident. I recommend a request to provide a legacy grant of not less than $950,000 in programs and some presentations of the Las Vegas Culture Fest, originated by Charles Trudeau and Kevin Bell Trudeau, pursuant to exhibit of the inclusive spirit of the local community in the downtown redevelopment area of the city of Las Vegas. I relinquish the remainder of my allotted speaking time to World Podcast on Lance Weekly, who served as brand marshal for the decorative golf carts parade, and also served as co-MC host on the 3rd Street stage during the entertainment and awards recognition segment of the Culture Fest. That was on Saturday, 14 October 2006. Some of you weren't in evidence there, but then again, maybe you didn't think it was important. The written text of my public comment during this council meeting and the RBA meeting is submitted and request a conclusion and meeting minutes respectively. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Would anybody else like to be heard at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll adjourn the redevelopment agency meeting, and we'll be back at, let's say, 2:15 for our afternoon session of the city council meeting. 2:15.